Welcome to this short video on remote invigilation when taking your Pearson exam. This video has been made for learners and will cover setting up the assessment. Your school, college or learning provider will enter you for your Pearson on-screen assessment, which will be invigilated via remote invigilation. Before you take your exam, you'll be contacted to run some checks and to register for your assessment. When your school, college or learning provider has booked your exam, you'll receive an email from exams@proctorexam.com with the subject "Please register for your exam." The email will arrive at least 48 hours before you're scheduled to take your assessment. Step 1 of the email will include a link to add the Proctor Exam Chrome plugin. Step 2 will require you to complete system checks via a link to ensure that the remote invigilation service will work on your computer or smart device. It's important that you complete these checks as soon as possible to ensure that you receive your invitation email, which will provide you with the link to access your assessment. Let's go through these steps one at a time. Step 1. Adding the Chrome plugin. The first thing you'll need to do when you receive the email is add a plugin to your Google Chrome browser. This plugin is required to ensure that the remote invigilation service can run correctly on your computer. If you need any support or guidance on how to add a plugin to your Chrome browser, you can find details on the Chrome support pages. Step 2. Complete the systems check. Click on the link in Step 2 to complete the systems check. You'll be prompted on each screen to make checks to ensure you can meet the requirements for the remote invigilation service. These requirements are microphone, speakers, bandwidth, webcam, mobile and Screenshare. To get the best experience, the first screen will recommend that you continue the checks in English. Click Next, then Start System Test. Microphone check. You'll be asked to speak so that the system can check that your microphone works. It's important that this check is done using the microphone on your computer and not headphones. Headphones are not permitted during your assessment. Once the microphone successfully registers you speaking, you'll be asked to move on to the next section. Click Next to continue. Speaker check. To test your speakers, the system will start playing some music and will ask if you can hear it. It's important that this check is done using the speakers on your computer and not headphones. Headphones are not permitted during your assessment. Once you have completed the speaker check, click Next. Bandwidth. This screen will inform you of the recommended minimum internet bandwidth required to take your assessment using remote invigilation. It's important that you have a strong and reliable internet connection throughout the time you're taking your assessment. If your internet connection drops at any point whilst you're taking your exam, this could cause the test player to crash, your assessment will be lost and may not be recoverable. There are various internet sites where you can check your internet speed. Once you're happy that you can meet the bandwidth requirements, click Next. Webcam check. You must ensure that you have a working webcam on your computer in order to complete this check. First, the system will tell you that it's going to access your webcam. Once the webcam has been accessed, the system will show you the image visible via your webcam. Please note, this image is not recorded or stored. Once you pass this check, click Next. Mobile app. This section checks that you have installed the Proctor Exam Remote Invigilation app on your mobile device. You can find the Proctor Exam app in the store that's relevant to your device. Search Proctor Exam in the store. Once you've installed the app, you can use it to scan the QR code displayed on screen. The system will then confirm that the connection to the app was successful. Please keep the app installed until after you've completed your live assessment. You will need to scan another QR code when you access your exam. Screenshare. The next step is to set up and check that you can share your screen. This is a requirement when taking your assessment using remote invigilation. You'll see a pop-up box appear, click on the image of your screen and click Share. If successful, you'll see a message to say Screenshare works, and you'll be asked to continue by pressing Next. Once all the required checks have been completed, all items on the list will turn green and have a tick next to them. This means that you've successfully passed all of the pre-test checks for the remote invigilation service. Once you've done this, you'll receive a second email which will provide a link that you will use on the day of your exam to take the assessment and to access the remote invigilation service. There's further support available to help you with your checks. When you're completing your checks, you will have access to a live chat. If you have any questions or if you're struggling to pass any of the checks, you can click on the We Are Here icon on the bottom of your screen to speak to an advisor. When you click the icon, you'll need to wait for your virtual live chat room to be set up. Please be patient and do not refresh the screen. You can also find additional support materials on the Remote Invigilation page of the Pearson Qualifications website. If you cannot pass the system checks or have any concerns about the technical requirements, please speak to your school, college or learning provider before the date on which your exam is due to take place. If you have any other concerns about taking your exam using remote invigilation, please speak to your school, college or learning provider immediately. During your exam, recordings will be taken of your webcam, mobile camera and screen share, along with recordings of any noise picked up by your microphone. These recordings will only be used for the purposes of invigilation and are deleted as soon as all the required reviews have taken place. Thank you for watching. We wish you all the best for your Pearson Remote Invigilation assessment.